What if I told you that your thin, dull hair is not a hair problem at all? It's a body problem showing up on your scalp. Most people spend hundreds on shampoos, oils, and treatments, but they completely ignore the real cause. And until you fix that, your hair will never become thick or shiny, no matter what you apply on the outside. Let's start with something most people overlook. Your hair is made primarily of protein, specifically keratin. If your diet is low in high-quality protein, your body simply cannot build strong, thick strands. Here's the interesting part: your body prioritizes vital organs first. So if you're not getting enough nutrients, your hair is one of the first things to suffer. That's why increasing foods like eggs, thickness over Pannier can make a noticeable difference in hair thickness over time. Now let's talk about something even more important: nutrient deficiencies. One of the biggest hidden causes of weak, lifeless hair is a lack of key vitamins and minerals. Zinc is critical because it supports hair follicle repair. Biotin helps strengthen the hair shaft. Iron improves oxygen delivery to the scalp. And if you're deficient in vitamin D, your hair follicles can actually go into a resting phase, which slows growth. This is why some people experience shedding and thinning without understanding why. It's not the shampoo, it's the Another major factor is insulin resistance. This is a condition where your body struggles to regulate blood sugar. When insulin levels are high, it can trigger hormonal imbalances that affect hair growth. This is especially common in people who consume a lot of sugar, refined flour, and processed foods. Reducing sugar and switching to whole, nutrient-dense foods can dramatically improve not just your health, but your hair quality as well. Now here's something that might surprise you: stress plays a huge role. Chronic stress increases cortisol, and elevated cortisol can push your hair into a shedding phase. This condition is often temporary, but if the stress continues, the hair doesn't recover properly. That's why relaxation, better sleep, and even simple breathing exercises can indirectly help your hair become thicker and healthier. Let's shift to scalp health. Your scalp is like soil. If the soil is unhealthy, the plant won't grow properly. Poor circulation in the scalp means less oxygen and nutrients reaching the hair follicles. One simple thing you can do is massage your scalp regularly. This increases blood flow and can stimulate hair growth over time. Even just 5 minutes a day can make a difference. Now, about oils: people often use oils but don't understand why. Oils like coconut oil or castor oil can help reduce protein loss from the hair and improve shine, but they are not miracle solutions. They support the hair, but they don't fix internal deficiencies. Think of them as supportive, not primary treatment. Another key point is avoiding harsh chemicals. Frequent use of strong shampoos, heat styling, and chemical treatments can damage the outer layer of the hair, making it look dull and thin. Switching to milder, sulfate-free shampoos and reducing heat exposure can help preserve the natural shine of your hair. Let's also talk about hydration. If you're not drinking enough water, your hair can become dry and brittle. Hydration affects the entire body, including the scalp. But more importantly, electrolytes like potassium and magnesium help maintain proper hydration at the cellular level, which supports healthier hair. Now here's a powerful tip: focus on healthy fats. Your hair needs fats for shine and flexibility. Diets that are too low in fat can lead to dry, brittle hair, including foods like butter, ghee, olive oil, nuts, and seeds can improve the natural shine and texture of your hair. And finally, consistency is everything. Hair doesn't change overnight. It takes time because hair grows slowly. But if you consistently provide your body with the right nutrients, then you'll be able to maintain your health and well-being. Reduce stress and take care of your scalp. You will start to see thicker, shinier hair over weeks and months. So instead of chasing products, start fixing what's happening inside your body. That's where the real transformation begins. Most people believe that hair problems start in the bathroom. They think if their hair is thin, weak, or falling out, the answer must be a better shampoo, a stronger conditioner, or some expensive serum promising instant results. This is exactly why the hair care industry is worth billions. It sells the idea that your hair can be fixed from the outside alone, but in many cases, the real issue has very little to do with what you put on your scalp. Hair is not a living tissue once it leaves the follicle. The visible strand is essentially dead protein. That means the real activity is happening underneath the skin, inside the follicle, where the body decides whether to grow strong, thick hair or weak, fragile strands. If the body is under stress, lacking nutrients, or dealing with internal imbalances, the hair follicle receives the message immediately. Your body is extremely intelligent. It prioritizes survival over appearance every single. If there is a shortage of nutrients, oxygen, or energy, your body will send available resources to your heart, brain, liver, and other essential organs first. Hair is considered non-essential. You can survive without thick, shiny hair, so your body is willing to sacrifice it if necessary. This is why hair can become one of the earliest warning signs that something deeper is happening. One of the most common root causes is poor nutrition. Someone may be eating enough calories but still be severely lacking in nutrients. Processed foods are often high in energy but low in vitamins, minerals, and amino acids needed for healthy hair production. A person can eat frequently throughout the day and still have weak hair because the body is not receiving what it actually needs. Protein is especially important because hair is primarily made of keratin, which is a strong hair fibers. Many people undereat strong hair fibers. Many people undereat protein without realizing it, especially if their diet consists mainly of bread, rice, snacks, sugary drinks, and convenience food. Over time, this creates a shortage of amino acids and the hair begins to reflect it. But protein is only one piece of the puzzle. Hair follicles are highly metabolically active, which means they require a steady supply of nutrients to keep falling. Zinc supports tissue repair and healthy follicle activity. Iron helps transport oxygen to the scalp. Biotin supports keratin production. Vitamin D influences the hair growth cycle. Magnesium is involved in hundreds of enzymatic reactions, including those related to cellular energy. If even one of these nutrients is chronically low, the hair can suffer. The problem is that many deficiencies are subtle at first. A person may not feel obviously sick, but they notice more hair in the shower drain, reduced volume, slower growth, or dull texture. Hormones are another major factor. If hormones are out of balance, hair often changes quickly. This can happen during pregnancy, postpartum recovery, menopause, or periods of prolonged stress. But one of the most overlooked hormonal issues is insulin imbalance. High insulin levels, often driven by excess sugar and refined carbohydrates, can disrupt other hormones in the body. This hormonal disruption can negatively affect the hair growth cycle. In some individuals, it can contribute to thinning, shedding, or poor hair quality. Constant spikes in blood sugar create internal stress, inflammation, and metabolic dysfunction that eventually show up externally. Inflammation is another root issue. Chronic inflammation can interfere with nutrient absorption, circulation, and cellular repair. A person may eat healthy foods but still struggle if their digestive system is compromised or if their body is in a persistent inflammatory state. Gut health plays a larger role than many realize. If digestion is poor, nutrient extraction becomes less efficient. That means even a decent diet may not fully support healthy hair. Stress is perhaps one of the most powerful hidden factors. Chronic stress increases cortisol, and cortisol can interfere with multiple systems at once. It can disrupt sleep, digestion, blood sugar balance, and hormone regulation. All of these factors influence hair health. When the body experiences prolonged stress, it may shift hair follicles out of the active growth phase and into a resting or shedding phase. This is why people often notice hair loss after emotionally difficult periods, illness, major life changes, or chronic anxiety. The hair is simply responding to what the nervous system is experiencing. Sleep quality is closely connected to this process. During sleep, the body repairs tissues, regulates hormones, and supports recovery. Poor sleep can increase inflammation, worsen insulin insulin resistance, elevate stress hormones, and reduce growth hormone production. All of these can indirectly affect hair thickness and shine. Circulation also matters. Hair follicles depend on a healthy blood supply. If circulation is poor, follicles may receive fewer nutrients and less oxygen. This can slow growth and weaken the hair over time. Sedentary lifestyles, chronic tension, and poor scalp health can all contribute. Even thyroid health can play a role. The thyroid helps regulate metabolism throughout the body. If thyroid function is sluggish or overactive, hair often changes noticeably. Thinning, dryness, texture changes, and shedding can all occur when thyroid hormones are disrupted. This is why focusing only on cosmetic solutions often leads to disappointment. A new shampoo may make hair temporarily feel softer or smoother, but it cannot. Correct nutrient depletion, hormonal dysfunction, chronic stress, or inflammation. Topical products absolutely have their place. They can protect the hair shaft, reduce breakage, improve moisture, and enhance appearance. But they should be viewed as supportive tools, not primary solutions. The real transformation starts when you begin asking a better question. Instead of asking, what products should I buy? Ask, what is my body trying to tell me through my hair? Hair is often a reflection of internal health status. When you address the root causes, changes begin to happen gradually. Shedding may slow, texture may improve, shine can return. Growth can become more consistent. Hair can feel stronger, thicker, and more resilient. This process requires patience because hair growth is slow by nature. The follicle needs time to recover, rebuild, and re-enter a healthy growth cycle. Quick fixes are appealing, but sustainable hair improvement almost always comes from internal correction rather than surface treatment. The goal is to create an internal environment where healthy hair becomes the natural byproduct of a healthier body. That is the difference between covering up a problem and actually solving it. If you want thick, strong, and shiny hair, you have to start by understanding one simple principle. Your hair is built from what you feed your body. Every strand growing out of your scalp is the result of nutrients being delivered to the hair follicle, combined and formed into keratin. If those raw materials are missing or imbalanced, the final product, your hair, will reflect that immediately. A lot of people assume they are eating well because they are consuming enough food, but quantity is not the same as quality. You can eat 3 large meals a day and still be undernourished at the cellular level. Modern diets often rely heavily on refined carbohydrates, sugars, and processed ingredients that provide calories but very little nutritional value. Hair follicles are among the most metabolically active structures in the body, which means they require a consistent and rich supply of vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and fat. Protein is the foundation. Hair is primarily made of keratin, which is a protein structure built from amino acids. If your protein intake is low or inconsistent, your body simply cannot maintain strong hair growth. It will either slow down the growth cycle or produce weaker strands that break easily. Many people unknowingly consume far less protein than their body actually needs, especially if their meals are centered around bread, rice, or snack foods with minimal protein content, including high-quality sources like eggs, meat, fish, lentils, and dairy helps provide the essential amino acids required for thicker hair. But protein alone is not enough. Your body also needs specific vitamins and minerals to properly use that protein. One of the most important is biotin. Production. Without enough biotin, hair can become brittle and prone to breakage. Zinc plays a crucial role in tissue repair and supports the function of oil glands around the hair follicle. When zinc levels are low, hair may become weaker and the scalp can become less supportive of healthy growth. Iron is another key nutrient that is often overlooked. It helps carry oxygen through the blood to different parts of the body, including the scalp. Hair follicles need oxygen to function efficiently. If iron levels are low, the follicles may not receive enough oxygen, leading to slower growth and increased shedding. This is particularly common in individuals who have poor dietary intake or certain health conditions that affect iron absorption. Vitamin D has a unique role in the hair growth cycle. It helps regulate the phases of hair growth, including the transition from resting to active growth. Low levels of vitamin D have been associated with increased hair shedding and slower regrowth. Many people are deficient without realizing it, especially those who spend most of their time indoors or avoid sunlight. Magnesium is involved in hundreds of biochemical reactions in the body, including those related to energy production and protein synthesis. Without adequate magnesium, the body may struggle to efficiently use other nutrients. This can indirectly affect hair health by reducing the overall efficiency of cellular processes. Healthy fats are just as important. Hair needs natural oils to maintain shine, flexibility, and smoothness. Diets that are extremely low in fat can result in dry, dull, and brittle hair. Including sources like butter, ghee, olive oil, nuts, and seeds provides essential fatty acids that support the scalp and hair structure. These fats also help the body absorb fat-soluble vitamins such as vitamins A, D, E, and K, which play roles in skin and hair health. Another factor that is often ignored is hydration. Water is essential for nearly every function in the body, including nutrient transport. If you are not properly hydrated, it becomes more difficult for your body to deliver nutrients to the hair follicles. This can contribute to dryness and reduced elasticity in the hair strands. Proper hydration also supports the scalp environment, helping maintain a balance that allows hair to grow more effectively. Electrolytes such as potassium and sodium also play a role in maintaining fluid balance within cells. Without proper electrolyte balance, hydration at the cellular level can be compromised even if water intake seems adequate. This can subtly affect hair quality over time. Digestive health is another critical piece of the puzzle. You can eat the most nutrient-dense foods in the world, but if your digestive system is not functioning properly, those nutrients may not be fully absorbed. Issues like low stomach acid, gut inflammation, or imbalanced gut bacteria can all interfere with nutrient absorption. This means your hair may still suffer even if your diet appears healthy on the surface. Blood sugar balance also matters. Frequent spikes in blood sugar can lead to increased insulin levels, which can disrupt hormonal balance. Over time, this can create an internal environment that is less supportive of healthy hair growth. Stabilizing blood sugar by reducing sugar intake and focusing on whole, nutrient-dense foods can improve overall metabolic health and indirectly benefit hair. Consistency is where most people struggle. They may improve their diet for a few days or weeks, then return to old habits. Hair growth is a slow process, and it takes time for follicles to respond to improved nutrition. The body needs a steady supply of nutrients over an extended period to rebuild stronger, healthier hair. Another important concept is nutrient synergy. Nutrients do not work in isolation. For example, vitamin C helps improve iron absorption. Magnesium supports vitamin D function. Lastly, your worry, Healthy fats help absorb fat-soluble vitamins. When your diet includes a wide variety of whole foods, these nutrients work together more effectively. Whole foods are always the best starting point because they provide a complex combination of nutrients that supplements alone cannot fully replicate. Fresh vegetables, fruits, high-quality proteins, and natural fats create a foundation that supports not just hair, but overall health. It is also important to minimize substances that interfere with nutrient absorption. Excessive alcohol, highly processed foods, and artificial additives can place additional stress on the body and reduce its ability to properly use nutrients. Reducing these factors can help improve the internal environment that supports hair growth. Your hair is constantly being built from within, and every meal you eat either contributes to stronger or thicker hair or moves you in the opposite direction. When you consistently provide your body with the right nutrients and the right balance, you create the conditions necessary for healthier, shinier hair thickness and shine than most people realize. You can have the best nutrition in the world, but if the environment where your hair grows is not healthy, the results will always be limited. The scalp is essentially the foundation, and like any foundation, if it is weak, everything built on top of it will struggle. One of the most overlooked aspects of scalp health is circulation. Hair follicles rely on a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients delivered through the bloodstream. If blood flow to the scalp is reduced, the follicles receive less support, which can slow down growth and weaken the strands being produced. Modern lifestyles contribute heavily to this problem. Long hours of sitting, poor posture, and constant screen use can create tension in the neck and scalp, restricting blood flow over time. Simple habits like regular scalp massage can help improve circulation. When you gently massage your scalp, you stimulate blood flow to the hair follicles, which can enhance nutrient delivery. This does not require anything complicated. Even using your fingertips for a few minutes each day can gradually make a difference. Over time, better circulation supports stronger and more consistent hair growth. Another important factor is the balance of natural oils on the scalp. Your scalp produces sebum, which helps moisturize and protect both the scalp and hair. When this balance is disrupted, problems can arise. Too much oil can clog hair follicles and create buildup, while too little can lead to dryness, irritation, and brittle hair. Harsh shampoos are often a major cause of imbalance. Many products strip away natural oils completely, forcing the scalp to either overcompensate or become excessively dry. Switching to gentler, sulfate-free shampoos can help maintain a healthier balance. Washing frequency also matters. Washing too often can strip the scalp, while washing too infrequently can allow buildup of oil, dirt, and product residue. Finding a balance that keeps the scalp clean without over-drying is key. Product buildup is another hidden issue. Styling products, conditioners, and even some oils can accumulate on the scalp over time. This buildup can block hair follicles and interfere with normal growth. Occasional deep cleansing can help remove this residue and restore a healthier scalp environment. Oils are commonly used for hair care, but they are often misunderstood. Oils like coconut oil, castor oil, and others can help reduce protein loss from the hair and improve surface shine. They can also create a protective barrier that reduces damage from environmental factors. However, oils do not directly stimulate new hair growth in most cases. They support the hair that is already there rather than fixing deeper issues. Using oils correctly means applying them in moderation and ensuring they are properly washed out to prevent buildup. Heat and chemical damage are major contributors to dull, thin-looking hair. Frequent use of hair dryers, straighteners, and curling tools can weaken the hair shaft by damaging its outer protective layer. This leads to increased breakage, split ends, and a rough texture that reduces shape. Chemical treatments such as bleaching, perming, and excessive coloring can have similar effects by altering the structure of the hair. Reducing heat exposure and allowing hair to air dry when possible can help preserve its natural strength. When heat styling is necessary, using lower temperatures and protective products can minimize damage. Limiting chemical treatments or spacing them out gives the hair time to recover and maintain its integrity. Environmental factors also play a role. Exposure to sun, pollution, and harsh weather conditions can gradually damage the hair and scalp. Ultraviolet radiation can weaken the hair structure, while pollutants can accumulate on the scalp and interfere with normal function. Covering your hair in extreme conditions or washing it after heavy exposure can help reduce these effects. Stress again appears as a critical factor, but this time from the perspective of the scalp environment. Chronic stress can tighten muscles around the scalp and neck, reducing blood flow and creating tension. This physical tension can combine with hormonal changes to negatively affect hair growth. Relaxation techniques, stretching, and mindful breathing can help reduce this tension and support a healthier scalp. Another aspect is microbial balance. The scalp has its own ecosystem of microorganisms. When this balance is disrupted, conditions like dandruff, irritation, or inflammation can develop. These conditions can weaken the hair follicles and interfere with growth. Keeping the scalp clean, avoiding excessive harsh chemicals, and maintaining overall health can help support a balanced scalp environment. Brushing and handling your hair also matter more than people think. Rough handling, aggressive brushing, or tying hair too tightly can cause mechanical damage. This damage leads to breakage, which can make hair appear thinner even if growth is normal. Using a wide-tooth comb, avoiding tight hairstyles, and being gentle when hair is wet can reduce unnecessary stress on the strands. Towel drying is another small habit that can have a big impact. Rubbing hair aggressively with a towel creates friction that damages the outer layer of the hair. Gently patting or using a soft cloth can help preserve the hair structure and maintain smoothness. Sleep habits can influence scalp health as well. Friction from pillowcases can contribute to breakage and frizz. Softer materials can reduce this friction and help maintain smoother, shinier hair hair over time. Quality sleep also supports overall recovery processes that indirectly benefit the scalp. Consistency again becomes the deciding factor. Occasional care will not produce lasting results. The scalp responds to repeated habits over time. Gentle handling, proper cleansing, reduced damage, and improved circulation all work together to create an environment where hair can grow stronger and healthier. When you combine a well-nourished body with a healthy scalp environment and minimal damage, you create the ideal conditions for thick, shiny hair. Each small habit contributes to the overall outcome, and over time, these changes become visible in the strength, texture, and appearance of your hair.